Hello there, my name's Matthew Huggins, and you're listening to the Lunchtime Show today. We've got a lot to go through today, a lot of good music to play. I'm here with producer Ben. Say hello, Ben. Or
Hi.
shout or something. Yep, I'm sure you can hear his voice. We've got a lot of shows to get through today. We've also got Tim Kinch and Megan and Abby to do their shows today. That's going to be very good. But first we're going to play some music. This is Revolution and the Beatles. That's a great song, Revolution and the Beatles. Now, it's always good to be back. I mean, last year, I'm not sure if you were listening, but we always used to do these kind of shows in our B&D media class. Now, we've all moved on a little bit. Some of us have sadly moved on. I'll talk about that a bit later on. But now we're all back doing RoflRadio, sponsored by Sega. I'm not sure if it still was. At the moment, I've got Megan taking pictures. Say hello, Megan. Just hi, shout. Matt. There we go. You can hear Megan. We've got Abby also in the gallery on the yellow mic, I'm sure. Hello, Abby. How are you today?
I'm good.
Brilliant stuff.
Yeah.
All right, I'll cut you out for a minute.
Okay.
Okay, and I'd like to talk about a bit like who we are, and we're doing a course which is film and TV. Am I right? Or live TV? I don't know what it's called. Live TV production. Live TV production. That's what we do. And at the moment, we've been doing these kind of things like making TV programs. We've been making short films, and actually, I'd like to talk a bit about my short film, and it's called Heart in a Cage. Now, I've actually named it after one of my favourite songs by one of my favourite bands, and it's actually called Heart in a Cage, and it's by The Strokes, and here it is. That was The Strokes and Heart in a Cage, as you are well aware. Now, I've got producer Ben with me, and at the moment he helped me make this film, didn't you, Ben?
Yes, I did.
And what would you say that the main story was about of this film? What would you say in your eyes as the assistant director?
Well, it was probably a day in the life of this guy that, was basically, he's depressed and he wants to try and find himself in his life, and and that's it's about as much. He wants to try and find himself, and I think that's about as much.
Okay, I think Abby's got a say on what she thinks maybe the film was about, so we'll go with her quickly. Abby, what do you think the film was about?
Well, I thought the film was about some guy, and he was just really stupid. I mean, he looked like an idiot, and he hated everyone. It's not a very nice story either, even though the script was awesome because, I wrote it and everything. Yeah, that's right, I wrote the whole thing.
Yeah, I think actually you wrote a little bit of the script. You wrote a couple of lines that he wrote.
That's such a lie.
I don't think so.
It is.
Herp-a-derp-a-derp. Well, now, Ben, your short film, what was yours called? I think it was called Sucked In, wasn't it?
No, it was Angels in Everyone.
Angels in Everyone.
Yes.
Right. Tell everyone, I think, what it's about.
Well, it's about this upcoming angel who's basically trying to help this human get over her problems by becoming visible to her, and it's about a 5-minute film that takes place just in one location in her house, and it talks about basically how she should get over her problems, and there's more to life than just her life, and there's more to living than just her boyfriend being an absolute slut.
Would you say that the... No, I think we can get away with saying that. I think. Just about.
Yeah,
anyway, you're the producer, so it's not up to me. I mean,
yeah,
it's your job on the line, not mine. Anyway, would you say that your story was 7 minutes of just... How can I put it? How do you put it?
Sexual tension.
Definitely. What would you agree with that?
No, I thought when I was writing the script, I thought it was quite innocent, and it's quite strong. and I want it to be as realistic as possible. And people thought it was, I know you thought it was quite, there's a lot of sexual connotations in there, and it wasn't a good script, and I just thought it was really good.
Well, there was a little bit. But anyway, now this is a song that's been in my head for a long time. It's called Killer's Spaceman. Have you heard it, Ben?
Yes, I have.
Well, that's very good. Here it is.
It's good.
That was The Killers with Spaceman. It's a very, very good song, as Ben kindly pointed out before we went to the song. Anyway, I'm being distracted by Megan. She's drawing things on the board. Actually, before I start on what she's drawing, I think the show's been named now. It's called The Matt Huggins Show. It has a nice ring to it. Don't you think? Anyone? Yeah.
Matt Huggins Show.
Absolutely. Also, we have the Chalk and Cheese Show with Abbo and Miaz, also known as Abby and Megan, if you hadn't guessed. And that's at 2 o'clock to 3:30. And 3:30 to 5 o'clock is the TK Show. Now, I think that's a bit of a cop-out. That sounds a bit like the TK Maxx. I think, Megan, get on yellow mic a minute. Come on. Right. Now, Megan, why did you call it the TK Show?
I don't know what Tim was calling his show, so I've just put it that for now.
Fantastic. Right, now, Ben, football. We love it.
Yes, we do. We love it.
So, did you watch the game last night, Southend Chelsea?
Yes, I did.
What was your opinion on that game?
Well, you had to come out with and make a performance, and you did. But you were lucky in the first half because you could have gone 2-0 down.
Yeah, we could have. I think we were very fortunate to stay in that game. Who was the goal scorer for Southend? I really can't remember.
It was their captain, wasn't it?
It was their captain. I'm not 100% sure who it was. But nevertheless, Chelsea went on to win 4-1. It was a very strong performance from us. Would you say so?
Yeah. You had more purpose about your play, and I think Joe Cole played well when he was on until he got injured. Ashley Cole as well put a good performance in.
That's one thing about Joe Cole which disappoints me. He was putting in a very good performance until he got injured, which did look very painful. I mean, Anthony Grant, the Southend player, kind of cut into him, and it looked bad, but it didn't look like it was his fault, did it?
No, it didn't. It wasn't intentional or anything like that. It was a bit unfortunate, but it happens in football.
Well, it does indeed. Thank you very much for that, Ben. Now if I can get to what Megan was actually drawing on the board. She's chalking. No, not what she's drawing now. I can see she's drawing chalk and cheese now, but before she was drawing other things on the board, and these things include. Sorry, I beg your pardon. I've got a cold. A rocket ship that says Spaceman on it, and a cat.
No,
I know what it is. I'm just kidding. Because Ben said while Spaceman was on, why are they drawing cats in the other room? No. F this, F that. I'll leave your imagination to think what F means. Oh, beg your pardon. Sorry. And now we're going to play another song. This is the Fratellis with A Heady Tale.
Pull me up a chair and keep your money. There's no guarantees.
La 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 la. It doesn't really go, does it? If I could sing like the Fratellis, then I think I wouldn't be here right now. Clearly, I can't sing anything like the Fratellis. It's a shame, isn't it? Well, one of the next projects on our course is a music video. Now I have a band. He's one of my good friends, Sean Higgins. He's in a band called Swallow Your Pride. I would listen to their music. Their website is www.myspace.com/Swallow Your Pride UK. I believe so. I haven't got it in front of me. Take my word for it. If you're listening on the internet, I'm sorry, but you probably won't be able to get on that website because I think they've blocked MySpace, the computer services, and even if computer services are listening right now, which would be quite nice, because it would be nice to have some listeners at the moment, maybe on the intranet, or I don't know, maybe the canteen has turned on. Who knows? I don't think they have. It'd be wishful thinking. But yeah, computer services, please, please, please. I'm actually begging you. I'm on my knees right now with my mug of cocoa, begging you to unblock YouTube, because we really can't do without it. It's quite ridiculous now. I mean, I can see Megan in the other room and just shaking her head, crying. It's terrible. See what you've done. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm getting off topic. Music videos. Swallow your pride. Visit their website. It's quite good, because I think even before I came to college, the people I was with, like Meg and Abby, I knew them before college. We made music videos. Now, one music video that Abby, who's just walked into the studio, has made was called was My Chemical Romance, Helena, and it was very good. Don't get me wrong. Even though I always say that I'll put a video of myself up on YouTube shaving and see if I can get more hits. Who knows? I might be able to. But yeah, I think she's going to hate me for this, but I think it is a little bit of a cop-out trying to make a music video of something that's already been done in a different kind of way. Like, because it was off a Sims 2 thing, wasn't it? Was it not? Was it a Sims 2 video before? Yes, it was very creative the way he did it. I agree. Tim Card was a very good actor. But it also kind of brings me on to say, you could almost compare it to Abby being a bit like Frank Miller, the guy who did Sin City and The Spirit, because all he ever does is make films about comics. Hang on a minute. Go on.
He wrote the comics originally, so...
Still, though, I think he should write his own film ideas. It's not...
300 was awesome.
300, I haven't seen it yet. My friends lent me it.
Watch it.
I probably will. When you went to see The Spirit, what did you think about it, Abby?
It was alright.
Go on, can you expand on that a little bit, please?
Well, what's his name? Samuel L. Jackson. Well, he just played the same characters, but he was alright in it. And I don't know who the other guy was, but his voice kind of annoyed me. And then the girl was kind of bad. I don't know, the only thing I really liked about it was the mention of Lorelai, because I understood that. Because I know what Lorelai is, you know. It was alright. There wasn't enough, like, you know, blood and stuff, like what I expected from a graphic novel, you know. Hopefully Watchmen will be a lot better.
Maybe it will. Watchmen, when does that come out?
2010, maybe? I don't know. It should be out this year, but I think they're having delays because of copyright or something.
Well, you'll have to keep an eye out for Watchmen. It looks very good. I've seen a couple of trailers. Also, I'm going to talk a bit about some of the films I've seen this year, some of the good ones, some of the bad ones, and some of the really, really, really not good ones. But first we'll play a song. This is Kids, and it's by MGMT. Kids, MGMT. Now, I think it's on Yellow Mic, yeah. I'm going to hand over to the RoflRadio News with Mr. Tim Kinch.
Thank you very much indeed, Matt, and hello and good afternoon. Now the news at 1 o'clock here on RoflRadio. Transport Secretary Jeff Hoon has told MPs the government has approved controversial plans to build a third runway at Heathrow Airport. The confirmation of the expansion comes despite opposition from residents, environmentalists and MPs. Leading business and union figures back the project, saying it will create jobs and boost the UK's competitiveness. The Tories had said that the third runway would be an environmental disaster and pledged to stop it happening if elected. In other news, 2 British servicemen have been killed in southern Afghanistan. The Ministry of Defence, the MOD, has said the deaths take the number of British forces to die since the start of operations in October 2001 to 141 soldiers. The next of kin have been informed. Secondary schools league tables for England show that the 471 schools fell below the government's floor target for pupils' exam results last summer. 31 have now closed, but more than 160 previously on this national challenge hit list have improved. Sales at several Britain's top retail chains have fallen markedly as a result of the economic slowdown. DSG International, which owns Currys and PC World, said like-for-like sales, which ignore news stores, had dropped 10% in 3 months to 10th of January. The double Golden Globe winner actress Kate Winslet has 2 nominations for Best Actress at the British Academy Film Awards. The 33-year-old star, a previous BAFTA winner for Sense and Sensibility, has been nominated for her performances in Revolutionary Road and The Reader. And tonight's weather, some outbreaks of rain are likely, lows down to 4 Celsius, and then cloud and rain in the morning will clear away, and then we'll see some sunshine appearing later. Highs reaching 7 Celsius, and the outlook for the weekend, more and settled weather on the way. That is the news at 1 o'clock. Now the next one is at 2. Back to Matt.
I always like that bit, the end bit with the guitar. Sorry if I just realised, anyone listening, I might have ruined that song for a lot of people, so I'm extremely sorry about that, whoever was listening. Now we've got something to talk about, but first before I do, I want to thank Tim Kinch for that newsread out. I just went straight to a song. I apologise, even though he can't hear me. Thanks a lot, Tim, for that newsread. He's not here at the moment because he's gone to go and get me a ham and cheese panini and a Coke. So, and what did he get? What did he get for you, Ben?
Just a bottle of Coke.
Just a bottle of Coke.
Yeah.
Wow. Sorry, I make a really loud noise with this microphone when I move it around, don't I?
Yep.
Yes. So I'll try and stop doing that now. Right. One of the things I asked Ben to go and I got Ben to go out of the room and try and find me some interesting things to talk about. One of them is the new season of 24. Day 7, is that right?
Yes, it is.
Day 7 of 24. I actually haven't watched any episodes of 24 yet. I watched the first couple of seasons. I haven't watched any past 3, I believe. Ben, why don't you tell everyone about it? Don't give anything away. Don't give anything away. Remember, people might be listening thinking, oh, I can't wait to watch the first season, the 7th season of 24 too. I'm going to go home, watch it, and it's going to be awesome. So don't give anything away for the listeners, but kind of give a rough insight into what we can expect from this new season of 24.
Well, it's been told by the producers and Kiefer Sutherland that it is the best season yet. I think everyone knows, so this is not really a big spoiler, but Tony Almeida is back from the dead. We don't know what his role is going to be in this season, but he's a main cast member. Also, there is a female president. That's going to be interesting. 24 has been predicting the future a little bit because they had a black president, and now Obama is
the president,
and he's black. So they've got a woman president. So in maybe 8 years' time, we could have a woman president. That would be genius.
Well, it would be quite something from the producers and directors of 24. One thing, you did kind of get an insight into the next series through some people could have called it a film, as it's been released on DVD, but they had, I don't know what you'd call it, but I called it 24 in Africa. What was it called?
24 Redemption.
That was it, Redemption. Now, what did you think about that?
It was an interesting idea. I think the producers wanted to just spin it out and make something different. They went to Africa. It worked as a standalone piece. It does have links to season 7, so and it was written very well. And I think for the cast and crew just to go to Africa and film there, that was extraordinary for them.
Well, I believe you did cheat a little bit by watching the first episode of season 7 on the DVD, is that right?
Yes, the first 20 minutes were on the DVD, so it gave diehard fans, something to gear themselves up for.
That's not right. Come on. Someone on yellow mic, give us a boo. Come on, give us a boo now.
A what now?
Boo.
Boo. Yeah.
Thanks for that. Now, after this song, which is Standing Next to Me by the Shadow Puppets, we are going to talk about college plebs. And now here's the song.
Once half 2 years have gone now, but I can't relate to the never next to me.
Standing Next to Me by the Large Shadow Puppets. Now, one thing I said that I was going to do before the song was that I'd talk about what Abby wrote down, because then after Ben, Abby turned into my research person, and it says here college plebs. Now, I presume she wants me to kind of say horrible things about the people in our class. Well, I don't think I would like to say horrible things about the people in our class, because not lots of them aren't. They're quite nice people, most of them. We've met some new people in our class. I won't mention all their names, because at the moment I can't recall them all. I can recall one in particular. His name's Harry, and he drives a Land Rover. It did kind of look a bit messy before, but for Christmas he got a kind of a canvas thing to put on the back, and it looks quite smart now. It looks like a nice kind of car. It fits in with all the others, and it's very nice. I think you'll all agree. Ben, you've seen his new canvas on his Land Rover, haven't you?
Yes, I have. It's horrible. It really is. And he got told off for driving around the bumps to college because he goes on the grass.
I know. I think someone had a go at him about running over rabbits or something like that, didn't they?
Yes. No, poor rabbits.
Well, so what? You don't think the canvas makes the Land Rover look a bit smarter?
No, it's a Land Rover.
It's a Land Rover. I think that's all the explanation Ben needs. Well, I'm still waiting for Mr. Tim Kinch, the news and weatherman, to bring back my ham and cheese panini. I'm actually very hungry. It's lunchtime, as you're well aware. If you're listening, if you're doing some work and listening on the college internet, well, I hope you are having a good time listening to us. Which I'll try and do my best to entertain you in this couple of hours. But the two people, Abby and Meg and Abbo and Mia, for the Chalk and Cheese show at 2:00, have written down the names of the people in our class, and I will give them a shout out, even though they will not be listening. I presume they'll be at home, either. Sure, they'll be working. They'll be working hard on their presentations. So we've already mentioned Harry. We have Johnny, Lydia, Rachel, Sarah, and Sean. And well, that's it from everyone in our class. Now, while I wait, I'm going to play a kind of long song. It's about 6 minutes, and I'm sure it'll need no introduction. It's Pulp, Common People. That was Pulp and Common People. Now, one of the features that I'd like to make a regular, Abby gave me the idea, thank you very much for that, Abby, is I'm going to call it Matt's TV Review, reviewing all of Wednesday night's television. I'll go around the studio, but first of all, I'm joined by a very special guest at the moment. I'm here with Paul McMahon. Hi, Paul.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, even.
Paul, what did you watch on television last night?
Yep, thinking about evening there. Last night I watched the excellent program on Channel 5. I don't know if you guys know what I'm going to say, but it's Ice Road Truckers. Absolutely brilliant.
Well,
yeah.
What's that about, Paul?
It's basically in the Arctic Circle. There's a bunch of guys that drive trucks across very thin ice. It's about 3 foot thick, and they're driving something like 200 tons worth of truck across it. If they stop, the ice cracks and they disappear without a trace and die horribly. If they somehow make it across without falling into a big ditch thing, they just deliver their load and get paid massive amounts of money.
Wow, that sounds quite interesting, actually.
Yeah, some of the scenes are quite graphic. There was this one guy that overturned his vehicle somehow, and the only shot we saw of it was all, basically what was left of him pouring out one of the windows. Really dangerous stuff that goes on in it. It's quite exciting, really.
Well, I'll have to give that a watch. Is that on most Wednesday nights?
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock, Channel 5.
Okay, well, I'll have to give that a watch. But, Paul, while I'm talking to you, it's quite nice, talking to you now, because, obviously, last year we had you as a tutor. What is it like now to not tutor us anymore?
I kind of miss you guys. We used to have such a good time. We really cracked on and learned some good stuff. It's all change, isn't it? It's all different stuff. New people, new ways of doing things, new course, new everything. It's all good.
I think, though, one thing we'll have to all do again is do the old Quasar trip. Maybe when everyone kind of comes back from uni, get the old class together.
That would be excellent. If we could have some kind of trip down there, maybe on a weekend or Friday evening or something like that, we could do the old thing again.
Brilliant. Thanks for that, Paul. Now, the next track is by Kaiser Chiefs, and it's called Thank You Very Much. That was the Kaiser Chiefs, and thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. The Kaiser Chiefs. Oh, that's bad. I'm getting all these. I know this other DJ who I kind of do something else with, and his name's Charlie, and he comes up with all these terrible puns, and I'm afraid that I'm kind of like learning off him and doing all these puns. It's horrible. It's hard. It's difficult. I don't like it. All these puns. Like I just said, I just did the Kaiser Chiefs song, and I just said, and that was the Kaiser Chiefs. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that, Kaiser Chiefs. Yeah. While we're on the topic of bad puns, I've got two very hilarious stories. By the way I say hilarious stories with no kind of emotion in my voice, you know that they won't be very funny stories at all. Here's the first one. It's a fact, and it's about natural selection, right? So, basically, you think a herd of buffalo. The ones that get killed are always the slowest ones that kind of can't catch up, and the stronger, prosperous ones, the faster ones, live on, and it helps the order of natural selection. Sorry, and I think you'll find that the same thing kind of works with your brain cells. Now, you always think that you have stronger brain cells and you have weaker brain cells. Now, I don't like to promote it, but if you kind of think about it, guys, if you drink alcohol, drinking alcohol kills off the weaker brain cells. So if you think about it, the more you drink, the weaker brain cells you're going to kill off, and you're going to have a healthier brain. It's going to develop your brain in ways you never thought possible. What do you think about that theory? Anyone? Is anyone? Megan's on yellow mic. Megan, what do you think about that theory?
I like that theory.
Oh, wrong mic.
Megan likes that theory.
Yes, me too.
Oh.
Ben likes that theory. Abby, do you like that theory?
I hear it. I think it's a great theory. Did that mean you'll be really extra super intelligent and smart?
And drunk.
It means I have a hip flask on me at all hours of the day, including now. No, I'm not drinking now. Go. Dear, I've got such a bad cold today, guys. I'm really sorry about this. Whoever's listening. Well, I've got my other story, but I think I'll leave that after this next song, which is, I believe. Sorry, I think I've just completely. It is, yes, it is the Stereophonics, and it's the Bartender and the Thief.
When you think about it, he's watching every word you say.
Stereophonics and the Bartender and the Thief. If that does not have you off your chair, dancing around in complete happiness, I really, to be honest, don't know what will, because that's such a good song. I think most people would agree. Now we're coming up to 1:30. No, I correct myself. It is 1:30. I've got about half an hour with you wonderful people listening to the Matt Huggins show. I start at 12:30 and going on until 2:00. One thing I'd like to talk about now, it's a very, very sad story. So if I had some sad music to play, beg my pardon. Oh dear, sorry. Today's not a good day. Today is not a good day at all. But anyway, as I was saying, a sad story I have to tell. I used to be on a show with someone, as I mentioned before, called Charles. Now, Charles is also known as Johnny Willett. He claims to be Johnny Willett. If anyone thinks he is Johnny Willett, then you can kind of tell me. But he's always been Charles to us here at RoflRadio. Now, I used to do a show with him last year, a couple of years ago, and it was great. It was so much fun. We used to have the best time, and I miss him so much. Sometimes I sit and I daydream about me and Charles hand in hand skipping through fields full of corn and things like that. Now he's not here. I'm sitting here with Ben. Now Ben, I thought he was going to hit me then. Now Ben, What you used to also have a double act as well on RoflRadio, didn't you?
Yeah.
Tell
Ollie.
us about your double act.
Yes, Harry Potter. Sorry, Ollie.
That is the worst thing you could ever say. You know, if this doesn't go out, because I'm saving it as an audio file, I'm going to put this on YouTube. People will be listening to it, hopefully on YouTube, and maybe Ollie will be listening to it. And you've just called him Harry Potter.
Oh dear.
Do you want to? You have something to say for yourself, Ben?
Yeah, Bambi and Thumper. Oh.
Okay, we won't go into that anymore. It's a personal inside joke. It's not really a good one, to be honest. Now, talking of jokes, I have another one. It's about my good friend Sergio, who works at the Barcelona Zoo. Now, Sergio, he's not actually a zookeeper or anything like that. He's a mime artist, right? And one day he was just doing his mime thing with the zoo. He doesn't get paid by the zoo. He just people throwing coins in a hat, that kind of thing. Now he was doing his thing, and someone kind of grabbed him. A zookeeper grabbed him by the cuff of the neck, and he pulled him into this room. And he said, look, our main attraction, the gorilla, he's died. Here's a gorilla suit. Now I want you, Sergio. This was all in Spanish, by the way, but my Spanish isn't too good, so I can't replicate it word for word. But in English, he said, Sergio, take this gorilla suit, make the people happy. This gorilla was our biggest act. Now we need you to try and boost our crowds again. Come on, make this gorilla's name live on. So Sergio said, okay, will you pay me? He said, yeah, we'll pay you. However big the crowd is, so you better do a good job. So Sergio started off with doing this gorilla thing. He danced around, he swung on the tyres, because obviously when you go to the zoo, you see gorillas are sleeping. It's not very interesting. But no, Sergio, he's a very good gorilla. He did lots of very interesting things. And big crowds came. They all came from all across, and they came to watch it. And one day, his crowd suddenly went because there was this lion in the next cage, and this lion was very, very good because he used to do these really interesting things. And when you think about it, what would I rather go and watch at the zoo? I'd rather go and watch a lion. Would you watch a lion rather than a monkey, Ben?
Yes.
I believe you would. Now, this lion was kind of stealing all of Sergio's thunder, and he wasn't too happy with this. Well, would you be happy if a lion was stealing your crowd? So less crowd means less money for Sergio. So he kind of thought, right, I'm going to get my crowd back. So he somehow got out of his cage, climbed on top of the lion's cage, and started kind of dancing around it. Of course, this lion was furious, but the crowds got more. Sergio was getting an astronomical amount of money for doing this. But one day he slipped into the lion's cage. Now, the lion was looking at him ready to pounce. And Sergio couldn't think. He was like, oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? This lion's going to kill me. So he started shouting, help me, help me. But before he really started saying it, the lion pounced on him. And the lion said, what are you doing, you idiot? You're going to get us both sacked. Ba-da-ba-dum. Well, Ben found it funny. I hope you did too. This is Mr. Maker and the Kooks. That was the Kooks and Mr. Maker. Sorry, my head just momentarily stopped working for a minute there. Now, I've got a very important message for one of you lucky listeners. You probably won't be listening. But Catherine Smith, today is the big day. Today, it's your birthday. And do you know what? You're 18 years old. Do you know how happy we are for you to be 18 years old? We're happy. We're so happy because... Sorry, Ben, what was that?
Nothing.
Anyway... We're so happy because we can take you out places we've never taken you before. We can go to places now that you're 18, Kat. Happy birthday, Catherine Smith. Megan, you're on yellow mic. Do you have anything to say about Catherine's birthday?
Hang on.
Yes, no, maybe?
What, Catherine's birthday?
Catherine Smith.
Catherine's birthday is awesome. And I think it's great because now we can actually do things.
I don't think that's the only reason why we're happy, though. I mean, we're happy for you because you're 18. You've wanted to be 18 for a long time. Now, who else? If it's your birthday today, tell us. To be honest, I don't know the number of the radio studio. Do you know the number, Ben? Extension 5446. So how do you extension that on a mobile? We don't know. One of the things we were hoping to do is have have a regular text number up by next week. Next week, hopefully, we'll be doing it across the canteen. We're going to have a RoflRadio number. Megan, if you're still, I'll give you some time to prepare. But Megan, is that correct?
Yep. My old mobile number will be the new text number.
Is it an easy number to remember?
I thought it was an easy number.
Go on, what is it then?
07754 434 080.
Cool, we'll put that on posters and we'll plaster around the college. Now, one of the other things I was going to talk about has actually just vanished out of my mind. This isn't good at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play this song. It's the Magic Numbers. It's Take a Chance. Reminds me of a couple of years ago. I went to Centre Park. It's a very good holiday. But anyway, here's the song. Magic Numbers and Take a Chance. Now, as I glance up at the ceiling, at the sky, there's these little posters we've got. I'm sorry to ruin the magic of the radio station if you haven't seen it, but there are these posters up above my head, and one of them says topical discussion. Now I'm going to try and whiz through these as quickly as I can. See how quickly I can get through these. All right, okay, ready, set, go. Right, China's growing industry. I know nothing about that. Food crisis. What food crisis? I'm eating. I just had a ham and cheese panini. It was lovely. Thank you, Tim. The credit crunch. Yes, we are in one at the moment. Fuel prices. I'm not too sure about them at the moment. I'm not driving. Boris being mayor. He is mayor. What about it? And America 2008 elections. Obama won. Whew.
Thanks to 24.
Sorry, 24 seconds was that?
Thanks to 24.
Oh, thanks to 24. Obama won the elections. Apparently, I don't think it was entirely down to 24 that Obama won the elections. But there you go, these things happen. Now, I'm glad we got through those topical discussions because they were very, very pressing and very lengthy. Megan, on Yellow Mic, I was just wondering if we could talk about the kind of things. We've got about 15 minutes till your show, the Chalk and Cheese show, Abo and Miaz. I was wondering if you'd be able to tell us some of the things we can expect from the show later on.
Well, we've got epic music, and I'm going to have a bit of a rant about the Olympics in Tottenham Court Road.
Right. Is there anything else that's happening in the show?
I'm not too sure. I think we'll just end up going on about any old rubbish like we normally do. Abby will probably end up arguing with me about something completely unrelated to everything and have her normal opinions on everything.
Well, that's brilliant. I'm sure we'll be able to hear some good music as well.
Definitely. We've got an epic soundtrack lined up.
Brilliant. Well, if you're still listening to us via the internet, I'd stick around for that show. You're bound to get some laughs and maybe even some Olympic bashing on the Chalk and Cheese show with Abo and Miaz. I thought now, actually, well, you just said that, Megan. I'm going to actually go pro the Olympics. For the I'm really for the Olympics. I shall tell you why I'm for the Olympics. I know you don't like sport. That's why you don't like the Olympics. But I think it's a great thing for this country to be involved in such a prestigious tournament. I mean, look what it did for Beijing, and look what it's going to do for us. I think yes, okay, it's a bad time. It's a bad time to be involved in it in the credit crunch. But when you think about it, it'll bring our country together, and we'll get so much joy out of it. All these kind of nations will be together in our country, and it'll be such a good time for us. I know you're upset because they're bulldozing the Astoria today, but it's for good. And also, there's another good thing coming out of this. After the Olympics is finished, they're making like a sports village, and this will improve the sporting facilities of this great country that we call England. There's my pro Olympics rant.
And I am pro for drug Olympics. Who agrees with me that we would like to see the 100 metres done in 2 seconds flat?
Would it work like that?
It would be great. I would watch it. Everyone would love it.
Well, I'm sure they would. Anyway, this is 2 More Years. Block Party. It's a remix. Brap. Good afternoon. You're listening to the last 10 minutes of the Matt Huggins show. Now, one of the things I've understood is that our newsreader and also later on at 3:30 on Tim's Thursday Tea Time shows, he's told me, and I understand that we're live in the common room now, so I'll say hello to anyone listening in the common room, maybe playing some pool or table tennis, or just generally kind of sitting there and enjoying your free time that you have not in lesson. So Ben, we've had a lot of good memories in that common room, haven't we? You've probably had better memories than me. I mean, all the pool games you've won against me, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
How good?
A lot.
How out of 10? How good would you say I was at pool?
2
2? That bad?
at the beginning.
What about now, the present day?
2.5,
Are you serious? 2.5 at the pool?
maybe 3.
The last game we had a pool, right? And the last couple of games we had a pool, it went just down to the black ball.
Yeah, but it was on doubles, and I'm shit at doubles.
You're bad at doubles, Ben. You're bad at doubles. We apologise for the swears. We don't really condone it on RoflRadio.
Oh,
But you know what? I'm not the producer. If it was me doing it, Ben would be getting me in trouble. But Ben's the boss, so what Ben says, he I don't know. He runs this radio station, I suppose. So hooray for Ben and swearing and what have you.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we're coming to 2 o'clock soon. It's about 7 minutes to. We're going to play another couple of songs. We've got Tim with the weather and news, and then if you're still listening, we have the Chalk and Cheese show with Abo Mears at 2 o'clock to 3:30. Just before you have finished college, I suppose, and then after that you'll be able to listen to Tim's Thursday Tea Time show. Now, here is our next song.
Did you see the stylish kids in the riot, shoveled up like monks at the night, truncheons and shields? You know I cherish you, my love. I cherish you, my love.
Now, there's a picture on the internet, and it's of a deer, and the caption says, "Her, I'm a duh." Now, it's spelt H-U-R-R, I'm a D-U-R-R. Now, I'm not really too sure what this means, but it's funny. I mean, you can hear you can probably sense in my voice. I find that very amusing. I mean, as I've just been sitting there now listening to that wonderful track, the other members of RoflRadio have just come and just wrote things on the window with a pen, with a board pen. One of the things says "Dear Dairy," and one of the other things says "I love RoflRadio." By the way, that's the name of the station, RoflRadio, you're listening to. Now, it's sad face is being... It's not actually a sad face. You would think it would be. But no, she actually spent the time to actually write sad face word for word. Now, we're going to come up to the news soon. But before that, we'll play some very short tracks. This one is called The Photos in My Wall by Good Shoes. Megan, that was that was Good Shoes, and it was called The Photos on My Wall. Now, I've got a short time to do this. Actually, I think we haven't got time to play the other songs, so what I'll do is I'll just say my goodbyes now. We're on next Thursday, 12:30 till 2 o'clock, the Matt Huggins show. I'll be back with talking to all you wonderful people, playing you some good music and talking about a lot of interesting things, a lot of entertaining things. This has been our first show back. I'm here with producer Ben. Have you had fun, Ben?
Yeah.
He sounded very enthusiastic then. Oh dear. Well,